Hello, my lovelies, of my friends out there. I hope you're doing well today. And it was such a beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous. That I had to leave my dungeon of a studio and I come outside a little bit, and in a little bit I have to run into Dayton and clean up, get my pieces that I recently had in a group show there. And it just, I've been thinking, somebody asked me, how did the show go? And I thought, well, fine. But then it got me thinking, I guess it all depends very much on how you define good. How do you define success in art? I think that there's a lot of professions where there are kind of more objective quantifications of whether or not you're successful or productive. But art is such a personal journey and such a subjective concept. Assigning value to art is very, very much an act of mystery and mysticism, and I think defining success as an artist is equally occult and unique to each person. I think that is what I wanted to talk about. I think. Sometimes I don't know what I want to talk about. But I think that it's very important for us as artists, but also just as people, that we look at our achievements and our lives and define success for ourselves. I think that it has to be a very personal definition, because otherwise then we will be using another person's definition, and their lives are different from ours. Their values are different from ours. And if you start measuring yourself by somebody else's standards, then you will always come up short. So, of course, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and tell you what I think your definition of success should be. But for me, when I decided that I would do art professionally, I tried to sit down and say, Aiden, what does that look like for you? What is it that you want from a career in art? And I decided that number one was that I wanted to make art by my rules and to tell my story and communicate that as openly and honestly as possible. And number two was I wanted to make new friends. I wanted to meet other artists, art fans, creative people, interesting people, just new friends. So by that standard, I believe this recent show was an incredible success. I made no money. In fact, I'm out a decent amount of money for costs and things. But I've made some wonderful new friends, and I displayed work that was very, very much my own and that I'm very proud of. The spider friend. And I think that then by all measures, I had a successful show. And I want to make sure that I encourage the rest of you to not not allow other people to set your standards, not allow other people to tell you what is good for you. And don't let other people tell you whether or not you're a success. That is a very personal thing, just like art is. So, anyway, end of sermon. I'm going to enjoy the sun a little bit more, and then I guess it's back to work. Love everybody. If you have any thoughts, share them with me. Otherwise, adieu.